Grit is saying you have the desire to change your current situation. For the next 20 years, I don't see myself working at Walmart. It's a great job, great facility, great place to have a career, but I just didn't see myself there because I wasn't in my purpose. It's just different from experiencing the change rather than learning about it. It takes belief and it takes grit. I didn't understand what grit was until I heard it and somebody actually explained what grit actually meant. Grit is saying you have the desire to change your current situation. See, I didn't recognize that I had an attachment to home because it was so difficult for me. Now, granted, this is not my first time leaving Little Rock, Arkansas. This is different. This is different from the first time I went to the military. When I joined the Marine Corps, it wasn't as hard as it was this time for me leaving Little Rock, Arkansas to Florida, because I didn't know what to expect when I was joining the military. I didn't know what to expect when I joined the Marine Corps because I was just trying to figure out who I was becoming. And that was in 2018. I was only 19 years old. And when I understood that there's more than Little Rock, Arkansas, how can I change and be comfortable with leaving my hometown? See, the first part I want to hit on is the attachment to home. I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, so it was hard for me to leave until I recognized and understood that Little Rock is such a small place that the opportunities are very limited, because it's very limited because I didn't understand what was outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. Even though I didn't understand, and I was willing to leave and learn more about me and learn more about myself. Once I understood, in order for me to learn more, I have to be uncomfortable to leave my hometown. That's when I joined the military. That's when I wanted more, because I was working at Walmart, and me working at Walmart made me not have an attachment to Little Rock, Arkansas no more. Because I was thinking, I was like, for the next 20 years, I don't see myself working at Walmart. It's a great job, great facility, great place to have a career, but I just didn't see myself there because I wasn't in my purpose. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy going to work. What is it called? It was tough for me to go. You know how you wake up in the morning and be like, God, dog, now I gotta go to work. Now I gotta go to work. Now I can't sleep in, because as I'm sleeping in, I'm sleeping on something that's not meant for me. And it's not meant for me because I just didn't know myself. I just didn't understand that the attachment with home meant that it's okay to pull away to lead to a different state. So when I joined and when I made my mind up to join the military, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, because I just didn't know what to expect. I watched 3 videos on the Marine Corps on how and on what it is and what to prepare for it and how to prepare for it. But in all honesty, me watching the video can't prepare me, because I can't get prepared from things that I do not understand. Yes, I talked to a recruiter. The recruiter gave me the breakdown of it, but it's just different from experiencing the change rather than learning about it, because experience is greater than experience is the best teacher, because you can't tell me what I've been through. There's stories, there's books, there's documentaries about what we're currently doing, but as we're currently doing it, that's when we learn more about ourselves. That's when I recognized that me being attached to home was me keeping myself comfortable. It was me having an emotional connection to it, because I didn't know how to pull away from Little Rock, Arkansas. My greatest opportunity came when I left to San Diego, California. It came because it was something that I had to adapt to. I wasn't attached to home. I grew into attachment to change. Once I changed, I had to learn that changing doesn't happen, evolving doesn't happen if we're not putting effort into it. And it's crazy. In boot camp, it was 3 words that I believe core values that we say every day. Honor, courage, commitment. Honor, courage, commitment. We say that every night before we went to sleep. And at the moment, it didn't resonate with me, because I was just trying to go with the motion. I was trying, like, it was boot camp. I was trying to get out. I was just going with the motion. I was just going with the motion at the time. And it didn't give me, it gave me a more understanding when I got out the military, because you have to have honor to believe in yourself. You have to have courage to do things that you do not see. And you have to be committed in the process, because the process is going to reward you once you commit to yourself. And it's only possible because of I decided to leave my hometown. Leaving my hometown wasn't as bad because I just didn't know what to expect. Even though I didn't know what to expect, it was the best for me because it helped me grow into the person I am today. Sense of belonging to an attachment to a home is saying I belong here. I belong in Little Rock, Arkansas. I belong in this city, in this state for the rest of my life. It's a sense of belonging because everybody that's there is my family. I'm not familiar with them. Me leaving taught me to be familiar and learn new people. That's why it's so important, because I was afraid to change. Fear of change is just saying I don't believe in what's coming, because what's coming, I don't know what to expect. Even though I don't know what to expect, that's when I understood that attachment to home is saying I'm afraid, that I have fear to change. Me having fear is saying, what can go worse? What's the worst case scenario that can come from this? Rather than saying, what's the best thing that can come from this? Rather than explaining and discovering my options. See, oftentimes as we're going through life, the first thing that we think about is the negative results. Why can't we think about the positive results, the positive process rather than the negative? Because the positive outweighs the negative. I didn't understand. That's what I was thinking. I was hoping for the best, and the best did not come. Because my day started out bad. As my day started out bad, how can I change and make it better? Going with the motion, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. But being grateful for the opportunity and recognizing and learning that change is okay, but I can't be afraid to change for myself. See, attachment to home is saying I don't want to leave my hometown because I'm comfortable here. I have my friends, I have my family, I have everybody I grew up here in this hometown, and I don't want to leave them. I don't want to leave them. And as I'm leaving them, I'm leaving the connection that I have built with them. And it's so important to recognize that your connection never leaves. It only gets stronger when you learn more about yourself. That's why it's so important to identify that it's okay to be afraid. I had to learn how to do it afraid, because doing afraid taught me the best lesson. Because I was afraid of change. My biggest fear was changing.